Do you know about the Pem Hall ghost?
Know the story, know that it's a very important part of the Pem Hall tradition, and I do know that Halloween celebrations go back a long way in the history of Pem Hall. I know that it's made the press, as it were. It's been written up in several stories. Now there's no documentation that anything like that happened, but that's the nature of urban or campus legends. So.
Can you elaborate potentially on what that legend is?
Just a story of a student by the name of Mary who allegedly lost her life through an act of violence, was sitting at a piano, presumably playing, and was done in by a janitor. I mean, there's some variations of the story, but once you check it out, the alleged names and the times don't quite work out in terms of you can't follow it. There's no historical trail there, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And everybody's kind of got their theories. I have my theory about what the origin of it is. I don't know if you want me to.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
There's a fascinating photograph over in the University Archives of a Halloween celebration at Pem Hall, where all the Pemites are sitting there in the hall, and they're all dressed as witches. They're in full costume. I mean, there's jack-o'-lantern lanterns setting on all the tables, and they are really dressed to the hilt because Halloween was a big tradition. And I'm just at least satisfied in my own mind that tradition grew out of that. And I can even remember several years ago when my children were much younger, we used to go down at Halloween. They had a big Halloween event, special event at Pem Hall, where you go in and they would tell the story of Mary, and it was, there was this disembodied figure sitting over in the corner playing a piano. Usually, they had stage or theater lighting on them, magenta or some spooky color, and then you would slowly wind your way upstairs. They would end up with someone bursting through a door and scaring everyone. I can remember having college girls, they didn't know who I was from Uncle, but just reaching out and grabbing a hold of me because it was so frightening. They don't do that anymore, but it was a big part of their tradition. I'm certain that story just grew out of this. This was something that Pemites discussed among themselves, and it originated as that, and it was passed on. But yeah, it's a good story.